All right, come on, everybody. You already know what time it is. It is another live episode of Let's Talk Photography. We have a lot of news as usual to go over, so we're gonna kick this intro into overdrive. Let's go.
Join me every Thursday on YouTube for another live show of Let's Talk Photography. We cover the latest news, interviews with today's industry leaders, tips, tricks, lighting, cameras, and the business of photography. My weekly live stream is all about crowd participation. You're encouraged to ask questions, talk about the cool camera gear you've got or the camera gear you want to get. Hell, you could just join our open panel discussion during our Q&A portion of the show. The cost of access to Let's Talk Photography is very, very low. For today only, I'm hosting a very low price of free $99 to subscribe and press that bell icon to get notifications of my upcoming live streams. Now let's get back to the show.
Yes, come on, everybody. Yeah, I think Ric Flair matter of fact, Macho Man wants to say something to all of you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. He's excited, and I swear, Ric Flair has something. Let me see if Ric Flair is in the house. Come on, let me check him out. Oh, that's what he's saying. He does this for a living too, I guess. He's the best there is. So there you go. Shout out to Ric Flair. And for all of you tuning in right now. All right. So we have a lot of news in filmmaking as well as in photography every week. That's one thing I noticed was I was checking out, doing my rumors and looking for things at Petapixel and such rumors.com. And there's so much going on every week. It's really hard to keep up. It becomes a serious part-time, if not a full-time job, just trying to keep up and creating content for it. So thank you all of you for tuning in right now. We do have some stuff going on. So let me get these comments out the way. I already see a few. That's what I'm talking about. I already see a few, and I am happy to see that. Okay, here we go. We got Mark in the house. I think he dropped that a while ago, but thank you very much. We got Malcolm in the house. Hey, Malcolm, I'm going to be opening up the panel, so stay tuned. Thank you very much. We have Angel Mahia. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. I like that. And then, hold on. Let's see who else. I got to get all my soundboards action going on. Where's my? Oh, there we go. And then we have Mark. It is time. You already know. We have Georgie in the house. What's up, y'all? Hey, thank you for tuning in. Thank you all. We got Wayne in the house. And oh, cool. Everybody saying hi to each other. We got Manila Martin. Come on. And let's see what else we got. Everybody saying hi to each other. That's what I'm talking about. It's like a serious community action going on. We got King Crook. Come on. Oh, it didn't go out. Did you press the bell icon? I'm sure you did, but I think it's if you press the bell icon, it for sure will send out those notifications. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see here. We got a lot. Right after I get over the business section, and I do the product highlight, I'll open up the panel, jump on in the stream. Okay. All right. Let's of course you already know. Here we go. If you haven't already, please go ahead, follow me on Patreon. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Of course, I'm TikToking because I won't stop. And I'm on Threads and Twitter. So go ahead and follow me on all those pages. I'm most active. Well, I'm actually pretty active on all of them, actually. TikTok, I try to post something like every day, every other day. But everything else I'm very active on. All right. Check out my latest video where I show you how to improve the quality of your YouTube videos by using creative lighting. That's right. I went through a step-by-step tutorial on how I light my scene and try to at least inspire you and show you some tips and tricks to enhance your lighting for your YouTube video. So go ahead and check out that video. And just FYI, for those who are signed up to my newsletter, okay, if you go to Robert Silver-Photography and click on workshops, I will be hosting a newsletter member only photo walk coming up in June. That's right. In June, I already have the date locked in. We're going to be in San Francisco. We're going to do a nice photo walk, get to hang out with me. Hopefully Derek will be there, and we're going to have a good time talking photography, lenses, and probably just talking crap too. So there you go. So come on, sign up to my newsletter. The link is in the description section down below. Okay. What else is there? Of course, you already know. Come on now. Smash that like, that share, subscribe, and most importantly, hit the bell icon, because that is how you actually get notifications. And if they aren't, King Kruk, you need to give them a 0-star rating at Google. Give Google a 0-star rating. All right. And I'm not surprised. I'm not sure why. I feel like for some reason, my stuff just doesn't get out there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my content. Who knows? All right. But the show must go on. Okay. We got a few more. Oh, okay. No problem, Malcolm. I won't make it to the panel tonight. Building a fence. Oh, shoot. Okay. And all my gear is still bagged up from a job. Got to shoot a local event and film Tonic and Scott Stapp. That is awesome. Congrats. Thank you very much, Mark, for checking out that video. That took me a little while to really come up with, to make sure that it's informative, but I appreciate that you appreciate it and you checked it out. Thank you very much. All right. So let's get to the product highlight of the day, shall we? That's right. That is right. That's right. I just picked this little bad boy up, and I'm going to have to say, it's freaking amazing. Yes. This thing right here is phenomenal. I got it like 3 days ago or 4 days ago, but I haven't put it through its full test, but my full review, of course, is going to come. Right now, I'm working on a comparison video where it's the Pocket 3 versus my old one, the Pocket 2, because they just dropped the price on the Pocket 2 considerably. So I want to show you both and see which one is best for you. But if you want to make content, high quality content, this is a lifesaver. Straight up. This is a lifesaver. So let's go to the overhead cam, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what comes in the Creative Combo Pack. Let's go. All right. So you see right here, first of all, it comes in this nice little bag. I really don't think you need to buy an extra bag when you get this. It comes with a really nice bag when you buy the combo. All right. So it has the battery handle part right there. It has obviously the gimbal itself. Check that out. Pretty nice, right? So it is definitely thicker than its predecessor. Okay. But it's real nice. I already have a couple of filters on there, as you can see. There's some filters which I'll get to in a second. You can hold your black mist filter right there, and you can hold the wide angle filter, which comes with the combo right there. And it does not come out. It's all magnetic. All right, so there you go. It came with the mic right here, which is the DJI Lav Mic 2. All right, I haven't done a sound test compared to the original, well, to the Pocket 2's mic, but I believe this is just a million times better. I bet it is. Of course, it's a little stand, and then it comes with a 1/4" 20 screw hole. That's what this bottom is for. That's it. And then you could charge it with right there via USB. There's a 1/4" screw. So, because it doesn't have one on the bottom, that's just where you could charge it via USB. Let me see if you can see that. There you go. So you have to, if you want to have connect this to a stand, a suction cup, whatever, you're gonna have to put this bad boy on, which it comes with. So don't worry. All right. So it comes with that. It has a little dead cat. Shout out to DJI supplying that little dead cat. Meow meow meow. Then of course there's a USB-C cable. So it does come with all that. All that fits in here really easily. This thing turns on much faster than the Pocket 2 for sure. I already put a screen protector on there, and all you got to do is turn it and it turns right on. Okay. Boom. It's ready for action. So I have it set up right now to record vertical videos. If you saw the video I posted on Instagram as a story with me talking into it, I used the Pocket 3 for that. Okay. And let's see right there. See, it's very responsive. You can see the overhead cam right there, looking at the camera. But this thing's pretty small. I don't have large hands at all. So you can see right there. Here's my iPhone in case you're trying to, use for scale. Bam, right there. Okay, so my iPhone is taller than it. And this thing does 4K. It does 4K at 120 frames or 4K at 100 frames if you want the slow-mo. And it does 10-bit 420 D-Log if you want a flat profile. 420 4K at 4K 420 10-bit D-Log. So it's a real nice flat profile, super easy to use. The interface is dumb easy to figure out. Everything's very responsive, and the app is real good too if you want to use it for if you want to use your cell phone as a monitor. It's really cool, and it shuts down, and then there you go. Boom, bada bing. It folds right up. So I did buy 2 extra things with this. One thing that I bought was a set of ND/PL filters for it. I found it for, I don't know, $30 or something. So it's ND filters and they are polarizers built in all together. So you can just twist it right here and you're adjusting the polarizer portion of the filter. And these are ND32, ND64, ND120. Yeah. What? Excuse me, 64 and then 256. So 16, 32, 64, and 256. So it's a lot of range, but to keep so that my shutter speed doesn't screen, if it's super bright out, you might need these. And good thing that they have the polarizer built in so you can knock off some of the stray lights and glare. So that's pretty cool. So I have that already attached. I have the ND32 and I stacked a black diffusion filter on it. Let me see if you guys can see that. Whoops. Right here. So let's see if you can see it. It's mad. These things are super small and the magnet is magnet doesn't play. It's not gonna fall off. So here's the black diffusion, and then here's the ND32. All right. And I just stacked them like so. And then I put it right on the camera like so. Boom, bada bing. Bam. Okay. There we go. And that is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Very cool. Very cool. So like I said, I'll be doing a comparison video with the 3 versus the Pocket 2. So stay tuned for that. As you know, I create tons of content, and having a camera that I can just turn on, ready to go, deliver high quality is it's imperative. Okay, I used to try to find a smaller camera. I tried to use I tried to try a lot of things. Okay, but ultimately, this I knew was clutch, and this is exactly what I need when I'm recording on the go. I don't look like a fool with a big old camera in front of me. I could turn this bad boy around and I could just start vlogging. And right here, even this close, which is about 12 inches, I can get from here and still have headspace. There's about a couple of inches of headspace. So that's pretty remarkable. And it does do some how can I say separation from the background, little depth of field action too. So it's really good face tracking too. So if I double tap, right? Then here, let me see if I double tap this boy. There we go. Then it turns it on and then it'll move with me. As you can see, it moves pretty well. It's pretty dope. So if you're looking to create some content, I'm telling you, at first I was like, the price point, I was like, oh, hell no. But when I went to WPPI and I used other cameras, and there were sometimes the other camera was just a lot of camera to just do a quick interview, quick B-roll. I use my Pocket 2 a lot. So knowing that it's this large, the sensor is twice as large. It's a 1-inch sensor versus a half-inch sensor, and they've improved stability. They improved the active tracking. They improved the what else did they improve? They improved the I think they improved the battery life. Oh, and the microphone too. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna get it. And so far, I haven't regretted it. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but if you plan on making content to promote your brand, this thing is fucking amazing so far. I'm so excited to what I can do with this. Okay. So anyway, that is another product highlight. Come on. And just FYI, there is a link right in the description section down below for you to check out the Pocket 3 for yourself and see if it's for you. They do have a stripped down version where just basically is this for a lot cheaper. And then but I recommend if you're already looking at it, just get the combo kit. And it took me like 3 weeks to deliver. They've been sold out of this for super long. And so you better get it while you can. That's for sure, because you might be waiting a little while to get it. All right, let me clean up after myself here. And while I do that, let's check out some of these comments. Oh yes, we're gonna talk about that RS4 Mark for sure. Don't you worry about that. Soup's cool device. Yes, it is super fun, man. It really is. I'm having too much fun with this Pocket 3. It's crazy. And I bought it myself. They didn't ask me to talk about it or anything like that. I bought it with my own Amazon card. Okay. Um, Rakesh is in the house. Thank you for tuning in. Very much appreciate it. Really do. So let me put all this madness away and then we can get to the crux of our show today, which is gonna be all this news that's coming out. This week has been jam-packed. Just like it seems like recently, week after week, these companies are not playing. They are being competitive. They're coming out with new things and giving us more to talk about. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it all, but I'll tell you one thing, I'm just gonna enjoy talking about it at the very least. At the very least. All right, let's see here. I went over looks like everything. Then let's get to what we want to talk about. Before we do, let's go ahead and open up the line. Okay, so there you go. Let me see if I can pin this bad boy. See if I can pin it. It won't let me pin it. No, no, no. I don't want to heart my own comment there. But either way, there is the there is the link for you to go ahead. Welcome to anybody who wants to join the conversation. The oh, there we go. I'm gonna see if I can there we go. Now I'll pin it. All right, it is pinned to the top if you want to press that link and join the group. If not, I will keep this train going by my lonesome, and it is all good. There we go. Yes, absolutely. Cool. Let's get to the first order of things this evening, okay? All right. First thing is, let's talk about the latest rumors of Nikon Z6 III, shall we? Okay. I meant to talk about this last week, and naughty me, I didn't have that time to get to it. Okay. I had to talk about the ways to overcome rejection and so forth and so on. And then by the time I was done with the show, I realized I didn't even talk about this. And this is about 2 weeks old, but it is what it is. Let's talk about it. So we see here the Nikon Z6 III specs, okay? And here are the latest update. I knew this was gonna happen right there. You guys see that? 6K. I knew that was gonna happen. I'm glad it's happening because I wouldn't expect anything less than 6K at least. And sure enough, coming hard and heavy with the 6K. Here's a good thing, 12-bit RAW and RAW. There we go. I like that. This might be a one hell of a, um, hybrid camera. I know the Z8, the Z9 are technically like hybrid cameras, but with this price point, if they can keep it under 3,000, right? I think the sweet spot is 2,500. This could be a fantastic hybrid camera for those looking to do serious video, but don't have 4, 5, 6 grand. This would be a hell of a camera. Keep it around 2,500. Full HD at 240 frames a second, 8-bit crop. So I'm guessing at 120 you'll be fine, but 240. Now, I have cameras that do 240. Matter of fact, um, I believe the Osmo does 240, and my Lumix cameras do some high, ridiculous, slow-mo action. But it would be really good if you're doing product stuff, right? You're dropping an ice ball or le ice ball, dropping an ice cube into a cup, bloop, stuff like that. That could be fantastic to use. Um, so to have 240, really nice. I think it's kinda like 8K. It's like, it's nice to have. I use it every day, probably not, but, uh, I'm wondering if it does 4K at 120. That'd be sweet. But the most important part for me would be that 6K and giving us 12-bit and RAW. That'd be nice. That'd be sweet. It does 14 frames, supposedly mechanical, and 20 frames electronic. Honestly, more than enough. More than enough. Believe it or not, young squires in here, we were happy when when our cameras did 10 frames a second, and that wasn't even 10 years ago. So for it to do 14 mechanical and 20 electronic, you're winning. Matter of fact, on my Z9, I have mine at 20 frames, and I barely even use that, right? Like, when I do, even when I do runway, I don't even do 20 frames a second. That's a lot of photos. Since I shoot, JPEG and RAW, like, I am not trying to look at 4,000 photos from a runway show, like, that just not. But I've done it enough where I keep it on continuous, and I just know how to time it. I just see them walking, and I'm timing it. But 10 frames a second, you'll get your shot. So for it to be able to do 20 and then 14 on mechanical, you'll be just fine. Don't worry, there'll be a whole crowd of people complaining about that. I already know it. Already know it. Uh, I'm hoping it'll be like the C8, C9, where they throw in everything inside for this price category. Yes, I'm hoping too. That's why I'm like 4K 120, 4K 6K I'm happy with. Absolutely. Yes. I think this does have a chance to be class leading, 110%. Absolutely. And we got somebody joining us in the house. Let me get all my good stuff ready, okay? All right, let's welcome Mark in the house. Come on. Yeah, welcome, Mark. Come
Hey,
on
what's
now.
happening?
Look at that. You got a crowd of people just excited to
Oh,
have you on. Hey,
I'm
man.
late to the party.
Yeah, there you go. You're the life of the party. Thanks for joining us. So you see, we're finally talking about this Nikon Z6 III.
I mean, it's been a rumor for a while.
I know. I'm a bit excited for this. I'm not gonna buy. I swear I won't buy this camera. Um, Not to say it's not worth it, but if you have the ZC8, Z9 plus a ZF, I'm kind of good to go. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'm with you for sure.
But it is an impressive camera, and I can see why folks wanted to wait for this rather than jumping right into the ZF. And but to me, I never saw the ZF and the Z6 III on the same line, if that makes any sense. What do you think?
It does. Yeah, I agree with you for sure. Um, I haven't gotten to mess with the Z8 or the ZF a whole bunch. I'm a Z8 user, but I've seen a lot of videos on it, and I just like I don't know what kind of playing field they are on next to each other, but
Yeah,
I think I'd rather have the ZF than the Z6 III.
it is fun. It is fun. It's
Yeah.
I think it's just a breed of its own, quite honestly.
Well, it's
And
nice. It's definitely like I feel like it's a different experience, right?
mm, good point. Very good point. I like that's a perfect way to put it. It's a different
Mm,
experience.
yeah,
I don't think it's fair to compare the two, quite honestly.
you're probably right.
You know, just again going back to experience and what's your why to pick up that camera. The ZF has a totally different why than a Z6 III. So for,
Agreed.
so for those that are like, I'm holding out to see if the Z6 III is, I was like, we already know spec wise they're gonna dump a whole, it's gonna be a mini Z8 basically.
Yeah,
It's gonna be full of features. It's gonna be amazing, probably improved autofocus if they could, because that's what the ZF, they improved the low light capability compared to the Z8 and Z9 for video, just to make sure that it's not slouching, right? And
exactly.
so I'm excited. I'm just excited because Nikon has been knocking it out the park for 2 years. And this just lets them know that the gas, they literally took out the brake and they put a cinder block on the gas pedal.
It seems like this year has been like a big year for them, like as a
Totally.
whole.
And I know you're a video guy, so what do you think about this 6K full frame 12-bit and raw?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's just like I think it's just like you said in your webinar that 6K is such a nice middle of the road, like upscale from the 4K. Um,
Totally. I think so too. And most people, I believe, just my opinion, will find use to want to stay on 6K than use 8K.
I mean,
Like
8K is just so much storage. That's the thing. It's like,
exactly.
are you ready to spend in the storage?
Totally. The storage and are you really getting the advantages of 6K, right? If you're
Right.
just if you're putting on a 1080 timeline and then putting it on, you know what I mean? Like you're really not gonna get it. I don't even think YouTube doesn't even stream, like which you only do 4K on YouTube anyway. So it's like
Right. It's funny because like if you go on my YouTube channel, like I have posted up in 8K just to see if it would work, and it does work. But I don't have a single monitor in my house that could do 8K, so it's like I'm not taking advantage of it fully.
totally. But when I put on 4K versus 1080 on YouTube, you do see that difference.
Oh, I would
And
imagine so.
and then my screen here, the iMac is I think a 5K or something like that.
Mhm.
So clearly, and I'm not crapping on 8K. If you have a commercial job, some of them may want that. So that's why you would get a Z8 or Z9 if you're doing that kind of work. Um,
Absolutely.
I think the Z6 III is in line to be that perfect balance where it's economically obtainable, but gives you a hell of a lot of video features.
Yeah, it's nice too because you're in that Z mount lens, so it's like
Mm,
it's great.
totally. I'm excited. And hold on, let me read the rest of this madness. No bird AF at the time of release, supposedly. But come on, that's just a firmware update.
Yeah, that's probably gonna change, I would imagine.
And it says HDMI A version 2.1. I don't have any experience in that. Do you?
The 2.1 is pretty much like the new TVs, but I don't know what they mean by HDMI A. Is that going to be like a smaller cable,
Oh,
like
I
the
pray
mini that
not.
we're used to seeing? You know, that's a good question.
Yeah. I hope it is not. Because I have like nothing but full,
Yeah,
and
I
every
prefer the full.
100% it stays in there, you know?
Yeah.
USB-C 3.0, which says super speed. Let me see what this
Oh,
super speed means. Let's okay, here we go. Check this out. Do you see this Wikipedia?
I do.
So it says marketed as super speed USB, the third major version of USB. Is defined as new architecture, a new lane for new signal coding scheme, 8-bit, 10-bit symbols, 5 gigabytes, also known later as Gen 1. Let's see here. Super speed can transfer our signals up to 5 gigabits a second with nominal data rate of 500 megabits after encoding overhead. So I'm guessing it just lets us to transfer data that much faster.
I wonder if it's going to be like the Thunderbolt stuff on like Apple.
Mm.
Yeah.
You think, well, here's the thing. Okay, let me push back.
Sure.
Remember, Apple just finally turned over to USB-C, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the Thunderbolt, isn't that Apple's thing? Or
Well,
am I wrong?
the Thunderbolt is I think the Thunderbolt is like is kind of universal because when I was in like pro audio,
Okay.
like Thunderbolt was around. I mean, I'm talking 2008. So
Okay, then maybe I'm mistaken then. For sure.
yeah, I think Thunderbolt is USB-C, but like the Macs all have that Thunderbolt capability, if I'm not
Um,
mistaken.
okay,
I wasn't talking about like USB-C.
okay,
I think
okay.
Thunderbolt is a different type based on
Type of
speed.
connection. Okay.
Correct.
Well, this one, with everything, if they're offering us 8K in our cameras, 6K and 12-bit NRAW and all this other jazz, and yeah, I can't imagine why this couldn't help us. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
everything's
better have the speed.
100%. The infrastructure has to increase and improve too, right?
Absolutely.
So, and I noticed that I used to buy a SanDisk. Was it SanDisk? I think it's Seagate external hard drive for
Yeah.
like $100 or $90, from Best Buy or something. Now it comes in 5 terabytes. So it's like you went from 4 to 5. So everything is just kind of like getting you ready for the technology.
Yeah, you got to be ready for it. I mean, it's a lot of space.
Totally. And like I said, that where'd my little thing go? This little Pocket 3 does 10-bit D-Log 4K and gives you 4K 120. I mean, if our cameras don't do what this does, they're in trouble.
Yeah, they're sleeping.
They're sleeping 100%. And our iPhones do ProRes. So let's talk about that.
I mean,
That's pretty
it's
impressive.
crazy. It
Yeah.
sure is.
Um Okay, several new features not seen in Nikon cameras include online firmware updates, but I think that was just introduced with the latest firmware update of the Z9, right? Where you could update it through your app now, through the Nikon app.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could update through the ZF, Z8, Z9. You could do like wireless,
SnapBridge.
yeah, through SnapBridge,
Oh
exactly.
wow, yeah. I like SnapBridge. I mean, I hear
I
it
do.
gets a lot of crap, but I like it.
It does get a lot of crap because there are certain things it's not the best at yet. I wish
Yeah.
not the tethering, but where you could control your camera. I wish that connection was a little bit better. But I've gotten it to connect, and it downloads to my phone, and once it's connected, it's pretty solid, and the auto download feature is pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
but everything needs improvement. But man, 5 years ago, you wouldn't even say the word snap or a bridge. You know what I mean? So it was horrendous when the D850 was around. That thing was horrible. Let's see if we got any. Here we go. Oh, I'm missing it all here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, full size HDMI. Okay, all right, Wayne. I believe it will have that. The camera will be big enough to have it. CF Express B cards with support for 4th generation. There we go. Yeah, it's got to have CF. It's 6K, 12-bit RAW. Let's just keep the CF Express B cards in there. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Is Intel Tech Apple integrated first? Oh, that's why. I thought it was Apple just because they use it. It's kind of like the card. Sony with the CF Express Type B, but Sony doesn't use it, which is very interesting.
Very strange.
Time code, a fan would be nice. Oh yeah. But Nikon is top notch with controlling temps. Yeah, you're right. I don't get any overheating with video yet. What about you?
So actually, my buddy Luis Rivera, he's been on here a bunch with you.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I used to work with him back in the day. He when I was looking at the Z8, he said that he had asked you if you had any hot card warnings, because that was one of the things that I was kind of worried about with getting it and trying to get into video. And he said you never had any issues, and I was like, you know what? If he don't have any issues, I'm gonna send it. You know, I'm
Okay.
gonna try. We're going for it.
Oh man. See, okay. Well, I do have one
never had
caveat.
issues.
I have one issue.
Sure.
Okay. Let me tell you about it. It was about 105 degrees outside.
Okay, I mean, here we go.
I know that's an extreme. It was during photography. We were shooting so much, and that the whole camera, everything was getting warm. But that was the only time. But I knew you were gonna say that. You're like, oh man, come on, you were on the face of the sun.
I know, right? I used to live in Phoenix, Arizona, so I know it gets spicy out in the West. So
yeah, it did, and that was the only time. Since then, never. And so shout out to that. CF Express, we talked about that. We said this time code is nice. Yeah, I wish they had time code. What else would they want? Waveform, all the good video features that I like. You know, that'd be nice. DJI making real moves. Yeah, they are. If DJI came out with a video camera, people need to watch out. People need to watch out. I mean, because they make stuff that works. It's dumb simple to use, and they're fun. So, yeah, watch out for DJI. I think they're the sleeping dragon, Mark. I really do. I really think they're like, because look what they did with that what was it, the 4K and the 8K camera gimbal thingy.
Yeah,
Like,
it's insane. I saw some videos of that too, and I was like, wow, that's a hefty system there.
it's a hefty system, but boy, the stuff that comes out of it, and
Yeah.
their ability to put mounts on it and everything, PL mount and everything. I was like, if they came out with a camcorder that rivaled like serious cinema cameras, I think they could do it. I think they could do it.
Oh, I think they'd be definitely in the not just the honorable mentions, but like they'd be like arriving at the party.
Totally. And with all their experience and customer feedback they've had,
Oh, absolutely.
they could be there with the Reds and the Aries and the whatnot. And yeah.
I feel like just a couple years ago, like they didn't seem like they were a big brand. Like I had never even heard of DJI before. I think it was like just their drones were like a big thing. Like in my neck of the woods, like their drones started coming out, and guys were just like flying these little drones around. I'm like, I've never heard of this DJI company, and then all of a sudden, it's like all this pro camera and video gear was getting listed out, and I was like, holy crap, they're like a player. They're a big deal.
Totally. I think you're absolutely right. That's what I mean by sleeping dragon. Like all of a sudden, they're alive. And you're absolutely right. The drone, I have one of their drones, and then I got one of their Osmo little one for my phone, which the app is awesome, and that gimbal is great. I still have it. And then all of a sudden I got their mic, the lav mic, and then all of a sudden, like, I have a couple. I mean, they're just incredible. And I love that all their apps work together. Their apps work. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that's true. You get in there and it's easy to use. It's very like user friendly. Like it's great.
Totally. It's just always worked. And I think a lot of other companies could take heed of that. That like when you get an app that works so easily, because their app not only can you download the data, let's say your video or photos, but you could also edit on there too. It has an integrated editor, so you could just quickly put together a little something, some clips, and then post them. So companies, Sony, Canon, Fuji, everybody, look at what DJI is doing with their UX, their user experience, and just steal everything.
Just go in and take some notes.
Do a Mark Zuckerberg and just take it all.
Take it all.
You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to pay the price for this. The price for the Pocket 3, like if you get the combo, is $660 or something like that, or six.
I mean, yeah, you get what you pay for, right?
That was it. Like, soon as I got it, I didn't even think about the price anymore because it's so. I'm like, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And then the footage coming out of it looks really good, and
it's just like you said earlier too. It's just like it's so simple. Like it's just in your pocket and then it's ready to go. Right?
You flip the screen and you're going, and everything's
awesome.
touch screen. So it's like that's what they do. They spend all that time with that UX research, right? Our experience, and they listen to us and they give us fun crap. The shit is fun. So shout out to hold on. Let's give a little shout out to DJI. So on that note, we are going to segue to Mark's favorite topic of today that he's been letting me know when we were off this, that we need to talk about this, so much so that he has a story that pertains to this. Let's get to our next topic, okay? Whoop. Here we go. And here we are.
What we got here.
Yes, we know. If you haven't been, wait, first let's check the comments real quick because they're coming in. They're coming in and I can't keep up. Wow, see, this is why I need like an admin or somebody. Okay, here we go. Yes, DJI is making real moves. That follow focus system has me intrigued. Yes, the follow focus system is great. And matter of fact, with mine, this is the RS4 Pro, which Mark just rejected. But this is mine because I can't return it. I've had it for a long time. And the follow focus and everything on this is really dope. Like I could do this and use it to pull and push focus with it when I have everything rigged up. It is really, really good. I was surprised. I was looking for flaws, and I'm very happy with spending the money. If you are gonna get any gimbal, go hard. Get the Pro.
Yes.
Don't diddle around and get. We'll get to that part. We'll talk about that because I want to hear your opinion. Oh, the type A is full size. Okay. Oh, okay. Good. He was talking about the HDMI. Wayne was talking about the HDMI.
Oh, that's great.
Still won't give up the Z8 though. No, none of us will. Okay. No. The Z8, I think for me, is the perfect camera in terms of professional, rugged, full frame and video. Like I get the photos, I get the video.
Yeah.
I don't know what they could do to honestly top the Z8 and Z9.
I don't know. We're actually getting ready to buy another one. I think we're gonna have two rigs.
God.
Yeah.
And Z8 you're talking about?
Yeah, because our D500 is starting to kind of like lose its reliability, so it's time.
Yeah. Shout out to this. Hey, I love that camera when I had it. I mean, and that's what I was saying earlier. Like 10 frames a second. When that came out, we're like,
I mean, it's been a phenomenal camera, but it's just like it's starting to show its age. I have no idea how many shots we have on it, but it's a lot.
Okay, well, you won't be stepping down with the Z8, so we're good to go.
Yeah, we're gonna be fine.
Okay, so we have hoping for new goodies from Nab. Yeah, Nab. That's gonna be. I need to hurry up and get more of my videos out because Nab is gonna. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of new releases and people are talking about things. So right after Nab, I need to attend Nab. That would be fun. Let me see here. Then we got I may join the panel, charging my phone. It's morning here. Wife is asleep, so is most of the hotel. Have to go outside. Sure, Wayne. Yeah, jump on in when you're ready. The water is warm. May have to contend with traffic noise though. Oh, it's all good. And then what about Insta360 coming out with an 8K video camera? Golly.
You know something? I saw that too, or like speaking of, I saw
Okay.
the little teaser that they had on YouTube, actually, on their YouTube post.
And what did you think?
I'm intrigued for sure. I mean, I've been a GoPro guy forever because I used to race cars, and
Okay.
we've just had millions of GoPros. But I've always wanted to try these Insta 360s.
You know, the 360s look cool. I like what people get out of them. Me, I want another action camera. I have an old GoPro Hero 5. And
Yeah,
yeah, I know. Feel free, get it all out. And now that I know they come with like 6K and all this
yeah.
other stuff, as I'm like, you know what? Dang. It looks like because I love where you can stick them. You can stick them everywhere.
Oh yeah, I have the what are they? Is it the Session 5? But you're actually gonna laugh at me real quick. I have the original GoPro Hero in probably one of my old Subaru bags here when
Wait,
we
you
were
mean the
racing with them.
first one?
Oh yeah, the original Hero. I think I have it in here somewhere.
Wow, that's crazy. I
It
have.
is it is nuts. I just found the bag because we had tons of them. Oh, actually, look there it is.
Wow, look
Mm.
at that. Hold on,
So
I have a special effect for that one. I really do. Here we go. Final Fantasy.
oh man,
Shout out to 1990s. Here we go.
that's right. That's right. But yeah, I was going through all my old crap, and I was like, hold on a minute, I got all these old GoPros from back in the day, and
Wow.
yeah, it's the original Hero. Like, it's got the plastic case and all that crap on it.
What was the resolution on it? Like what do you 1080?
It was 1080, yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
back in the day, I mean, it was slick stuff.
I bet I know. It's like, oh, it could go underwater. What?
Yeah, with the case. I mean, and then it had the little
Yeah, the
screen.
clear case. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, that's the original right there. And then the they called it the backpack with the screen.
Oh my God. That's nuts. Look how
No, I
big that
was
thing is.
it's enormous compared to what they have out now. I mean, now they
Yeah.
don't even put a case on it; they just send it.
Just throw it in the lake. It's good to go. That's
That's
nuts.
right.
Hold on. We have Anthony in the house. Where he is. There he goes. It says, oh yeah, he said about that. Well, I want to take a look at it. It would be fun. I won't be using like the style that I do. I just couldn't justify it. The Pocket 3 I use all the time, but I couldn't justify the 360. But it does look fun. If they want to send me the review, Pocket 3 is as much as an Apple Watch Ultra. Hey, shout out to the Pocket 3 though. Hey, but you know what? You know what, King Kruk? This Pocket 3, I'm not gonna lie. This thing is freaking awesome. When I went to WPPI, there were so many photographers walking around with it. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a little gas. You know, I was like, wait, I want one too. And I started doing research. I could see what the hype was all about. It really is amazing what DJI did with it. And I'm probably gonna get more fun out of it than my Apple Watch. Let's be honest.
I know. I mean, as soon as you said that, I was like, wait a minute, do I trade this
Yeah,
in?
yeah.
Is it worth it? Nah, I don't know.
I got the basic one, the SE. That's all I needed.
I got the Ultra too right before they banned it.
Dang. Wow, why'd they ban it?
You didn't hear about all the oh man, it was something to do with the like heart monitor sensor or air oxygen.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
there
that one.
was a lawsuit or something. Yeah, it was weird.
Wow. Okay, well, that's nuts. I just wanted to be able to control my phone when I'm at the gym without taking out the phone every 2 minutes.
I'm the same way. I mean, this is I at the gym. That's my
Yeah,
gym watch.
that's it. Let's see. Robert, you were that much closer to the planner. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, I got to start all over again to get that dang planner. I'm going to get the planner. That lens, I hate to say it every week. It's like I'm sponsored by the Planet lens. It's such a gorgeous lens. And shout out to Anthony Good, if you saw his comment earlier. He was the one that let me borrow it for a couple weeks to do the review. And I'm telling you, that's the one lens that's left an impression on my soul. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I need to give that one a go.
Man, and I think they just raised the price. I swear to God, it used to be $2,300. I swear to God, it used to be $2,300. Anthony, if you're still there, if you could confirm, I swear it was 23 something, and I saw it on the Amazon now for 25.
I love seeing things go on sale, but I really hate seeing things like
go up.
Go
like,
up. Yeah,
that's the wrong direction. That's the wrong direction.
It's like, come on, man, the economy's already got us down. What are you doing?
Exactly. So
we're starving artists out here. Stop it.
And I'm like, you know what? If I have to, I'm still gonna get it because I'm telling you, that lens is so unique in terms of what you get out of it, and compared to the 85, 50, you know what I mean? That lens is so special to me, at least. It's definitely one of their best prime lenses I've ever had in my hand.
The aperture at that focal point is insane. Like that 130,
crushing the background.
It's crazy.
And here's the thing, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just that focal length and aperture, but the autofocus speed is still amazing. That's what's crazy. We have a newcomer in the house. Hold on, let me go ahead. I'm gonna give him the Final Fantasy intro because he's special like that. And hold on, where is my final? There we go. And here we go. We got Malcolm in the house. Come on.
What's going on, everybody?
What's happening?
Has anybody played the original Final Fantasy, or is it just me?
Probably just you, man.
All right. Well, it's all right. It's all right to be a nerd. I am not sure.
I was
a fun game.
I was more of a Sonic the Hedgehog guy.
Sega. Okay.
Yeah, that's Sega.
All right. We got next comment. I hear you, more video centered camera would be slick. Yes. I think the Z6 III is going to give us that gorgeous balance and just enough to be extreme. I think it could be a heavy contender because of the price point. That's what I'm thinking. That Z6 III can be a great camera that a lot of people who are just shy enough that want the Z8, this is the one that you're going to be able to go get. Oh well, we got Malcolm over here. Yes, it does suck 100%. Get your warranties, whatever you can, through Amazon and or Adorama, one of those two bad boys. But in my opinion, I haven't had anything, and I want to show some stuff I have right over here that have been going strong. So shout out to it going strong. But yes, you're right. You have to be careful with these companies that only give email.
The aftermarket, the after support of them is it works fine as long as you trust the automated system that runs it. But the second you need to get a hold of somebody because they screwed up a quote or they didn't get all the parts in there, good luck. Okay,
you heard it first, folks. Good luck. Okay, buy those extra warranties.
Yes.
I bought it through Amazon, and thank God Amazon gives you 30 days. So shout out to Amazon. If I need to return it, Oh, okay. There you go, Wayne. Finally, somebody is just as nerdy as me. It's all good. And here we go. Zelda. Now, okay, that's it. That Zelda, you'll get lost. You'll lose hours of your life.
That's true.
He said that's true. You're out there just slaying and finding keys, brother. I like when you found a key, it would be like twice the size of him. He'd be like, dee, 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 dee. Anyway, that's old school. All right, let's get to the she might play some Zelda. Let's see here. The new Zeldas look too cool. All right, let's get back to the DJI thing, shall we? Cool. So we got the RS4 Pro. Here's one thing that I was really happy about this release is that they kept it roughly about the same price as the RS3 Pro when it came out.
I am a fan.
Yes, that was pretty awesome. So Mark, can you share your story about this?
Dude, so we were talking about RS3. Like, I mean, we have a videographer that we work with a lot,
Okay.
because we do a ton of weddings. So we have like a preferred group that we typically work with. It's like, do you guys recommend a videographer? Yes, we have a local videographer. They're fantastic. Let's always work with them. So I was messaging him about, hey, I'm looking to start doing a lot of the video stuff for YouTube, maybe some like little wedding montages. I really don't want to go on full on wedding video because that's a lot to undertake with one camera. I feel like you kind of need a few, like, right? Because you want to get B-roll and you want to have shots all over the place. So I was like, oh, what do you recommend for your system? And he's using the just standard RS3, but he's using Canon cameras, which are this big. And I was like, okay, well, if I want to get my Z8 on one of these and use a lens that's got a sweet focal point and a huge aperture, that's not going to work on the mini. And it's definitely, I'm probably going to overcumber this RS3 here in a hurry. So I was like, all right, well, let's get the Pro. So talked to my wife, well, let's do it. And she's like, okay, go for it. And then we had the webinar on Sunday. And then I was like,
thank you for attending.
yes. And I was like, oh man, which I recommend, like, do the webinars. Like I knew half as much of your webinar as I learned. So like 50% of it, I was like, okay, like I know this. And then the other 50% of it was like, oh, that's very useful. Absolutely useful. So definitely should check that out.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was an awesome session. So yeah, so as soon as I said, we need to get into this Pro system, she's like, all right, order it. Just order it.
Just get it.
I was like, okay, are you sure? I don't want to get into the house and be like, well, I ordered this thing for you. And I'm like, no. You said
we made it. That's right.
Like we are this company. Are we doing this for real? So no, she was about it. And then the RS4 came out and she's like, oh, is it worth the swap? And I said, probably. I think we should, because I'm going from no gimbal to RS4, like never used one. So I was like, so let's go ahead, and they're saying this is the best of the best if you have an RS2 or whatever. If you've never had a gimbal, buy the RS4 at this point. So it's like, okay, let's just jump into it, like fully. It's just like you said earlier, if you're gonna do it right.
Totally. I learned that lesson. I'll share my lesson.
Sure.
Which I shared during the webinar. And just FYI, I have the RS3 Mini. Okay. Let me just do this for a second. I have the RS3 Mini, everyone. I love it. I bought it January of last year. Absolutely a fun little gimbal. There's a great advantage of this little gimbal. Okay. First is it's little. So it's USB-C charged. It doesn't have a detachable handle, but it's really compact. You could get in there, get with your shots, stuff like that. But if you have something larger than like a Lumix S5 Mark II in the kit lens, this thing wants to go haywire real easily. But you can use this to shoot vertical if you wanted to. It has rails here. You could like put it right here. So this was a really cool, fun gimbal. It did exactly as advertised, 0 complaints. Very nice. But very quickly, I realized I use heavier payloads, to Mark's point. So this $330 should have just went to the Big Daddy, the RS3 Pro. I should have just went straight to that. That's a third of the price. Even the RS4 Pro, that's a third of the price. So just go hard. Go hard. If you're going to get it, just get it. Because if you put a 24 to 70 2.8 lens, a Z8, you're going to want to be able to make sure that your maximum payload that this could carry, it far exceeds your camera system.
Agreed.
And if you decide to get a Komodo, right? Shout out to Red. You don't want to even have to think about whether this could carry it. Also, great advantage. I'll tell you a great advantage. One of the best advantages is that the handle grip, which is the battery, USB-C charged, you could buy extra. when I bought the kit, I bought an extra one. That is such a lifesaver to be able to buy separate battery grips. That's so awesome. And
Yeah,
so you can
good.
keep it charging, right, Mark, while you're shooting your wedding, while the other one's going. You never stop. And the other part is that this thing, the whole thing, like disassembles like Transformers. So it's really travel friendly. So, and it's carbon fiber. Like this is the RS3 Pro, but it doesn't look too much different the RS4 Pro.
Yeah.
But it's just updated. So I'm telling you, folks are looking for a gimbal. Go hard, man. Just go hard. You're already in there because you're gonna spend $330, and this only has like 4 pounds worth of maximum payload. And dude, yours now has 10 pounds. 10 pounds. I saw it. Matter of fact, let's go take a look at it, everyone. Let's take a look at it right here. Okay. It's crazy that like some of the good specs. Look at all these packages and crap you can buy and waste your money on. This is so watch out, Mark. No.
Yeah, that's right. Tiffany, I needed it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let me know how that works out.
I can't wait to show her because there was a phone thing. I'm gonna like have this thing unboxed and I'm gonna be like carrying my little iPhone 14 on there, and she's gonna be like, "Are you wait a minute? We didn't spend all that money."
Yeah. Oh, that would be fantastic. If you do that, send me a picture, please.
Oh, there will be a video somewhere. I'll hide the Z8 somewhere. I'll film it in in a good high quality video, shooting terrible video with my phone.
With your phone in a $1,100 gimbal.
That's gonna be hilarious.
So this has native vertical shooting. This looks like it's pretty much plug and play vertical shooting. That's pretty cool. I do I've gotten hired during Christmas season 3 times by a company who wanted just vertical video, right? To make them a 60-second video, and there is a business for that, folks. If you do not have that part of your repertoire, you need to add it yesterday. Like that
We're doing a ton of that right now.
Yes.
Vertical video for social media.
Perfect for upselling too. Perfect.
Absolutely.
If folks think you're gonna like, I'm glad people want to sell prints. That's cool. But man, they will buy those vertical videos. So that's one thing. So the battery life, it says, is 2.5 times better. That's pretty incredible. 29 hours. So if you get 2 of those batteries, you're set for life. Supports dual focus zoom motors, which is great. I like that. I like that a lot, especially if you're running with cine lenses. You have the LiDAR focusing, which everybody's been screaming about. I haven't used LiDAR just because, well, I have this thing called autofocus on my camera, and it kind of does the job. Does that make sense? So
but it will be interesting to see.
Oh, 100%. 100%. The one thing I do use a lot is this, using it for zoom, or I used it for focusing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used it with the little ring here, and it does work pretty well. Takes time to get used to though, but it is pretty cool. So yes, the LiDAR thing is going to be great. It is going to be great, especially for commercial work, because you're probably using cine lenses or really nice stuff. Okay. Again, here you go. Look, 10-pound payload. That's crazy. That's gonna be, dude. You could put you could put all sorts of shit on this thing.
I need all of that.
I need all of that. So everything in this box looks like what came in my box, pretty much. It looks exactly the same. Okay, looks exactly the same. And for folks who, let me see if you guys can see this. This is the box right here, DJI Pro box, right? And I would open it up, but I got to move everything off my table. But it looks at everything that comes in it. That's why you want to get the Pro. That's why you want to get the Pro. Okay. DJI has not sponsored or even contacted me. I wish the hell they would. But I'm just telling you from advice, because I didn't get burnt by the RS3 Mini, but if I could have put that $330 toward the Pro, I sure would have, if I had known better. So I'm literally just sharing from experience so that you save money. All this stuff, if you bought separately, you'll be creeping to $1,500 easy if
Go
you
ahead
bought
and
it separately.
sell it and get your plano lens.
Hold on now. Hold on. Okay. All right, but it does come with nice stuff here. Again, I recommend buying a second battery grip because you never know with batteries, man. You just never know. And the price is well worth it. I think I bought my extra one for $100. And if you're already at $1,000, like, fuck it, you know what I mean? But a battery is clutch. Like, you need a battery.
Robert, I would say, like, you know, instead of getting the mini, kind of like I think that you using the that little pocket cam you have, it's almost, it's so much easier to use. It's like, why would you buy a mini if you have something like that? I would almost invest in that instead.
Great point. Because the resolution, it has a 1-inch sensor.
Yeah,
you get D-Log 10-bit. Yeah,
it's
you're
fantastic.
absolutely right.
I mean, the size camera that you're going to be able to fit on the mini is probably going to be like as good as the other camera. So like, why have that huge payload when you could just have it in your pocket?
Damn, great point. 100%. I couldn't come up with better. Now let's do a comparison here, because I know Malcolm, don't you shoot video?
Yep.
So this is right up your wheelhouse too. RS4 Pro versus the RS4 and the RS3 Mini. So the 3 Mini is $369. I thought it was $330. I think this shit is going up in price, everybody. I swear to God, it was cheaper. But
they're trying to get us.
Yeah, I know. They're out to get us. And they're doing a good job, though. That's the problem.
I'm spending.
Yeah, I know. We're spending. Actually, you're absolutely right. You got yours, and I just got this anyway. Look, 10-pound payload. That means you're going to be able to do all the tricks, the features that this gimbal can do without a problem. That's why I go hard. Then you have the 6.5 payload. I think mine is about 6.5 or so. I think that's what the RS3 Pro roughly is.
What's the RSC? Find that one.
I'm so sorry.
Payload on the RS2.
On which one?
The RSC2
is what?
The payload.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what that payload is. You said it's a 6.5 too?
No, I want to say it was like 5 something, but I'm not sure.
Okay, let's see. RS3 Pro. Let's just do a quick little Google. Thank God for Google.
Oh, the older one, the RSC2.
Okay, so I'm going to compare the two if I could. Let's see. You look up that one. I'll look up this one because I'm trying to. It doesn't even. Maximum recommended weight 3.26 kilos. Okay, so that would be roughly, yeah, about the 6.5 pounds. Okay, so that is a huge difference. I haven't had any issues with mine, but that is a big difference from the 6.5 to 10 pounds. You could damn near put a 70 to 200 on this thing. Mark tried out. No. Put a 70 to 200 f 2.8 lens on it with the Z8.
God. Could you imagine?
If that thing worked, that'd be hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
Yeah, like smooth shot from across the room. So I like the automated axis locks. Those are dope.
Yeah, I shop gimbals, but it looks like the RS4 and the RS4 Pro, did they just change the RS4 to what would the C models be, and then the RS4 Pros be the non-pro version?
Oh, got it. So they just have the two. They stopped saying C, basically.
See, I have that C, the RSC2, and it's a 6.6 pounds payload.
Oh.
But it'll struggle. You know, if you get up near, like, I'm trying to think, with either my R2 or the FX30 with the 8514 on it, you're not balanced perfectly. It even when you are balanced, you can get it into, shake mode where it's not liking it.
Yeah, that's what happened too much with the RS3 Mini. Hold on, looks like we have a couple of comments. Let's catch up to some of these here comments, shall we? Boy, actually, there's a hell of a lot of comments, and
Oh,
and sure enough, I don't know where the heck I left off. Okay, still won't give up. Oh yeah, that was probably the last one. Z8 is already goaded. Z9 is the bee's knees too. Absolutely. That's why, like, why would I look at the Z6 III to buy? It just would be retarded and waste. I need to get my planner so I can stop talking crap about it every live show.
do it.
Hoping for some new goodies from that. Oh yeah, we saw that. No, we saw that. We saw Malcolm and Zelda. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Angel is taking it back to the Coleco. What the heck? That was my first system. My dad had it, and he allowed us to play with the Coleco and Spy Hunter and a bunch of old school games. Spy Hunter was awesome though. You could leave a grease spill, and the cops trying to chase you. Anyway, it was pretty dope. It was a corny game. And Donkey Kong, hell yeah. Question: what gimbal do you recommend for a Z8? At minimum, the RS3 Pro, if it's that much cheaper. If not, just go for the RS4 Pro and you'll be just fine. Go Pro. If you have a Z8, I'm going to throw in the Z6 III too. Any of those cameras and up, and for sure the Z9.
It really comes down to what lenses you want to shoot with it. Because if your lenses are, 1/8s, 1/4s, you got to have a bigger gimbal.
100%.
Especially if you want something more telephoto, like a 50 or an 85 or 135. If you're using a lighter weight, you can get, like, I run my 24-1.4 all day long on the little lightweight gimbal, but it works great. But you get into heavy glass, and if that's what you're doing, then you're going to want a bigger gimbal.
100%. And if you're not sure, go hard.
Yeah.
Because that's why I got the 3. Because I was like, oh, it's compact, it's cute. It's like, oh yeah. And then because I wasn't sure.
I
needed
that probably around the time you were like starting to dabble with video work, and you were like, yeah, just get something to start with, and
totally
you realize you outgrew it before you even got it.
Totally. And here's something that many I think folks need to talk about is when you're using the gimbal. Because I did a short film. I was using the RS3 Mini. It did a great job for what I needed it, but there were some turns and movements that I did that like the motors didn't keep up, and it would like throw off the balance. It would go crazy, right? This, because the gyros, you have to be very smooth with your walk, way more sensitive. I'm not saying it's a piece of crap. I'm just saying it's more sensitive than this. This, you hold it, you're in sport mode, you can freaking play basketball with this thing, and the gyros will keep up.
Yeah.
So again, I hate to say it, I know it costs more, but if you're not sure, go further with gimbals. Like, it only pays dividends later. Like in Mark's case, he was able to exchange his 3 for the 4. Me, I already bought into it. So if this didn't pay the bit, like if it didn't live up to expectations, I'd be like, damn, I just spent $1,000. Good Lord. And the 4 just came out, yada, yada, yada. Go hard. Go hard if you're not sure. Because cine lens, if you ever use cine lenses, they're freaking heavy. This is the Subaru anamorphic lens. It's so phenomenally built, which means it's freaking heavy. I don't want to curse, but it's heavy.
So ask you a question real quick, Robert, as far as when you're recommending a gimbal, what's your usage of it? Like, are you purposeful shots and using it, or
wedding? I did a wedding. I don't do a whole lot of weddings. Mark probably absolutely kills me in the weddings department. But when I did a wedding, in January, my second used my gimbal. It was so easy for her to use. The only problem she had is that it's heavy. But I warned her. I said, this thing's gonna get heavy after a while. But the point is that I was able to confidently allow her to learn how to use it and know the shots are gonna come out good, right? Because I set up the cameras. And for filmmaking primarily, there are shots where I don't want to set up a dolly and tracks and everything else for a shot that I can just go put, walk in and walk out. And there are certain clutch shots that just speeds it up. Dollies are great for precision. Repeat. It's the same thing over and over. And if you just want to get that precision, but a gimbal saves time.
Yeah.
You can knock off whole bunch of shots.
So I have a question for Mark. If you're doing a lot more weddings, how many hours in a day would you say you're holding your gimbal shooting a wedding on average?
Okay. So typically I'm shooting photography for wedding. We're just starting to get into like some of the video stuff. And like I said, I've never owned a gimbal. This is my first gimbal, first go at it. But I mean, we do a lot of weddings that run 10 hours. I don't know if that's a lot of time to be at a wedding. So that's our top package is 10-hour wedding. And a lot of times I sometimes don't know why I'm there, but it's usually the girls need the time. Us guys, we're just hanging out.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
I would say probably for like using a gimbal or doing any video at that point, you're not spending a whole lot of time in the beginning. It's more of like the ceremony. The ceremony is going to be the heavy hitter for sure, because you want to get as much of that as possible. And then the dancing, I mean, you're only going to get the same guy dancing all night. So, I mean, I think that for your reception, it's not going to be as heavy. Probably, I'd say 4 hours out of a 10-hour wedding, you'd be standing there with the gimbal like the full time. Otherwise, it's going to be next to you, ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. I was just going to say, because I mean, that's my, I do events and I'll be 12 hours a day or more. This last one I just did this last week, it was a full 12-hour day with it, running around, getting up on stage, back down off stage, getting into the crowd, going around. I mean, we were at a city park that was, a whole 2 city blocks of area that, running around. That's one thing I definitely, take into consideration is definitely, carrying that weight all day in your hand. If you're looking for a gimbal, like I said, really look at what you're going to be doing with it, because I agree, you should say, go get the Pro right away. If you're doing that kind of work with it, where you're holding it for 10, 12 hours a day, you might want to consider getting something lighter or using a lighter weight lens, because that weight's going to add up big time on your arms and your hands.
Oh, absolutely.
So
I recommend to help is getting the 2-arm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you could tuck your elbows in and drop your shoulders and relax, versus this. And this is like anything further out, man, that's 4-arm action, unless you want to be Schwarzenegger out here. And so this, and they have vests where if you're doing this professionally, the vest is nothing in cost. You know what I mean? It's a few $100. I have a vest for my rig, right, that comes over, and that is amazing. It was the best.
I was getting ready to say, I'm going to be standing around with those easy rigs running around.
Yeah, those things are phenomenal, and it works. So they do make one for your gimbals too. So there's tricks out there to get around it. But it's hard to, a 24-70 is going to give you a 24-70 look, right? Compression, etc., low light, stuff like that. So it's like it gets to a point where you just can't get around it. You need a gimbal that can carry it, right? And so it is a fine how can you say a fine line. I just
got to be a balance.
There's a balance. I did some research. Mark, if you're still here, the RS4 Pro combo, the one that I got, is $939. Okay, that's $939, and the new one, the RS4 Pro combo, is $1099. So it's literally basically $150 more. And you already know what I'm gonna say. Go hard. Just go with the RS4 Pro combo. It's $150. If you're at $1,000, let's be honest, folks. And
not that much.
You'll have all the new whatever is in there, which you'll be like, ooh, because again, when I had the Pocket 2 and then the Pocket 3 came out, I was like, oh, the features were that big of a deal to make me jump. And the LiDAR, the heavier payload, a 30, that's impressive and that's good to have. But you're right. You're right, Malcolm, with the payload. I mean, how heavy it gets. It does get heavy. That's why I researched these handles and stuff because I was like, good Lord, how can I do it? But I do love the shots. The results are awesome. When you get home, you're like, God damn, that's a long day. But you look at the footage, you're like, ooh, that looks sweet.
Robert, I got a question for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about investing in the DJI Mic 2s to go with your small gimbal?
Great question. Technically, I have one DJI Mic 2 in here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it comes with it. But
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. So the in this is the combo creator kit, right?
Sure.
So it comes with the dead cat and one DJI Lav Mic 2. And I haven't done a sound for sound test, but so far it sounds about the same in terms of quality, but you get like extra longer battery life, longer internal recording, yada yada yada. But the Pocket 2 has a different kind of mic. It's not even a lav. So would I get that? No, because I have the Lav 1 with the charging case and the 2 mics. It's perfectly fine, quite honestly. And audio guys will be the ones to notice those nuances. Clients won't give 2 hoots in a boot. You know what I mean? They don't care about it's 48. Unless you're doing serious commercial work and a creative director may know about 48 hertz versus 96 hertz, they won't know 2 hoots. They will know if it sounds crackly, if it's peaking. You know what I mean? Do they sound nice and isolated? That sort of stuff. But that's just because you know how to use a mic.
Now, that was me back in the day on LimeWire, and I was making sure that I had the high bit rate music on there. Otherwise, I was like, "Oh, it sounds like crap."
See, but guess what? Nobody on Spotify gives a good 2 hoots. Okay,
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? They just want the bass. So with all that said, my Lav 1s are just fine, kicking like a mule. So if you could get if they're on sale, pick up the Lav 1s. I love the recharging battery pack. 1 USB charges all 3 of the components, the transceiver and the receivers. They've never died on me yet, but I haven't.
Convenience.
100%. Dude, when you do your weddings and you have to do, let's say that she's reading the vows or something, look, you already got the mic, right? Boop, boop, boop. It's already in one case, man.
Done. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you could get the Lav 1, I know you won't be upset. How about that?
Fantastic.
You know what I mean? And the RS3 Pro, I don't think is cheap enough to say go for that versus the RS4 Pro. If it's $150 difference, $160 difference, if you're there, just get the newer version, right? Now the Pocket 2 has dropped in a tremendous price, but I still would say go with the new one because the sensor is twice the size. You can't beat a bit larger sensor. It does 4K 120. The face detect is really good. So in that case, I will say screw getting something that's a little bit cost effective. Go hard, because even though it's a smaller sensor, that ability to be better in low light due to that sensor is worth the cost by itself. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. The half-inch ain't gonna cut it.
Okay.
Thank you, Angel, for attending the webinar. What was that, Malcolm?
I'm gonna jump out, guys. So you guys have a good evening.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for jumping in. Have a good evening.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Awesome. So tune him out. All right. Plena 135.18 RS4 Pro. I'm going hard. Pause. Hey, that would be, now you do need that 10-pound payload. That lens, it is not light lens. That thing is heavy. The gimbal is pretty tempting, but I enjoy my handheld footage. I'll wait for the next one. I know what you mean. When I did a fitness commercial shoot and I shot it all handheld, there was something fun about that. I'm not gonna lie. and it felt like I was there at, like, when you're watching it, it has those little jitters, but in the sense that you're there in the action of her instructing. So it worked.
Yeah.
But there's something beautiful about the simplicity of just a good, smooth shot that you can repeat. And if, especially if you did 60 or 120 FPS, it just looks sexy.
I'm just going to be all over the place on the handheld with that.
Exactly. Yeah, trying to go slow. Hey, Cooley's in the house. Go ahead.
All my stuff right now is handheld, but
oh, you did everything.
All my handheld stuff is all over YouTube, and my wife's like, we just need everything. Everything I've done up to this point has been handheld. So like getting that gimbal, that smooth shot of these cars is just going to be next level.
Totally. And especially if you just want a quick, like 10 seconds of still of a product or something, like you notice those micro jitters more, you know?
Absolutely.
Bought the he says he has the RS4 after getting the camera lens monitor battery on it. It was heavier than I wanted to deal with. Yeah, once you add all that, and some people have a V-mount battery attached to theirs, like they go hard. That you're absolutely right. For me, the most I would do on this is use my iPhone as a monitor. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I've done that, and it's so much easier because depending on the angle of how I'm holding it, being able to have the iPhone right here is really clutch. You could add your own monitor. If I want to add this monitor to it, you could totally do it. Totally do it. Okay. I would have just another MP battery back here and HDMI to my camera, and you're off to the races. You could have a regular one, but boy, does it make a big difference when you're moving. Cause now you don't have to look at that little 3-inch screen that's, oh, it's angled up that way. Now I gotta, you know what I mean? It just is so clutch to be able to hold overhead, stuff like that. So that iPhone and using it through the app, it's really good and it's responsive. So you're gonna have fun, man.
That's good to know.
He said, that's good to know. That was like the one thing I used.
I didn't know that you could use your phone as a monitor on that. That's cool.
Oh, yes, brother. You got to use it through its app. No, through the excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'll show you right now. It's called a I don't want to mispronounce it. It is, here we go. Right here. So it's called the Raven Eye. See if you guys can see that. There we go. And USB-C charged. And right here, you would have the HDMI sent out to your camera. It comes with the cord. And then this would be connected to the gimbal. And then boom, bada, bing, you're off to the races, man. You connect this on the bottom of your gimbal. Okay. It would connect. Oh, shoot. Well, it would connect underneath this. Once it's out. And excuse me. It's right here. And it's real easy. You just slide it in there. Boom. Okay. It's on the bottom. When it comes all out, it'll be on the bottom. And you just go like that. But you just have, the only thing is that the battery life isn't the best, but it's USB-C charged. One plug to rule them all.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love that feature. It's really, really fun because it's a game changer where you can look at a 5-inch screen compared to that back screen of your camera.
Absolutely.
And then you still have the functions. You have functions on there. So it's pretty dope. Yeah, they give you tons of crap in here. You're going to see. It took me like a week to be like, what is all the stuff? And then, one evening I'll build out the whole rig and just see how it all works and, see what features I do like,
it's telling you that phone mount is getting used as soon as I open it. It's going to be
like, it's here. I'll show you the phone mount. Okay, that's what I should have done. Talking all this crap about the phone mount.
I mean, it's a joke, but it is going to be funny. I mean, that's going to be hilarious.
Oh no, I don't think it's a joke. It's a great feature. Okay, there it is. All right. And, it clicks right into place. Okay. It comes with all these little things you need to attach it. Just tighten this thing up. Right. Tighten it up how you like it. Whoops. Wrong direction. Tighty righty. And there you go. Now you have your monitor. Boom. With your phone. Like so. And you're looking like a champ. Right? Now you're out there. Pretty cool, right?
That's awesome.
That's why I tell
Perfect.
people, get the Pro. I'm not talking crap. Like, I'm seriously helping folks to try to save money. Like, this is why you get the Pro. You get all this cool stuff that you didn't know you needed until you got it. And then, but this is clutch. Now, again, if you didn't want to, you could actually hook up that real monitor. Either one. All right? So it's real dope. Okay? Hell, even if you didn't want to use it as a monitor and you just want to record some vertical video, hey, who says you can't, Mark? Does that make sense?
Is there a way to use the gimbal and put the phone on the actual gimbal to be gimbaled? Is what I was thinking.
Yeah, of course, because there's a plate.
Because that would be absolutely hysterical to go in there with a $1,000 gimbal.
Yeah, there's the base plate. So you just screw your little iPhone thing to this, and then put it on this, and then run around.
That would be hilarious.
If you get hired specifically to do that, I'm done. I'm gonna close up shop.
Dude, I saw somebody at a wedding do that. They had a little gimbal and their phones on the gimbal. I'm like, what are they doing? Were they paid?
He said, were they paid? Well, you know what? The Osmo 5 that I have, they have an Osmo 6 now. It's only like $100, $110 to get the one for your phone for DJI.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you would buy this for that, but right on.
I don't know why you would either, but it would be hilarious to see.
It would. It absolutely would.
Carbon fiber monstrosity, and then you've got your phone on there.
Teeny old phone with a fucked up back screen. Cracked screen.
Everything's cracked, right?
You know what I mean? You're sitting there trying to be all professional. But yeah, 100. So you can see it's got a lot of goodies in here. It comes with all the cords you need. Whatever you need, it's in here. And I don't use mine as much as you use yours, or you will, but I'm happy I have it because in case I do, I have it. And I hate going to gigs or like preparing for a gig and be like, oh, I want to pull off that shot and not have the gear to pull it off. Okay. And I do have a dolly with tracks. I bought all that during COVID. Like, I have a dolly. We could set it up like a movie situation, but you kind of need a crew for that. You need at least another person to help you set it up, and it takes time and everything. So that's why you get that gimbal, baby.
I fire that off.
Let's see here. We have FAJ Fajar 13K morning again from Southeast Asia. I get a lot of folks from the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Shout out to them. I need to do a photo walk in the Philippines. That'd be pretty awesome. I like the RS3 Mini, but it needs to handle a bit more weight. 100%. The Z8 with the 224. That's exactly my point. Right about there is the max weight on the gimbal. That's why I don't try to max it out. I've had too many problems. As soon as you max it out and you do a quick whip, that thing might go freaking berserk, And I've had that happen. I used the Lumix S5 Mark II with the kit lens. It worked great, but anything more than that, I'm like, when is it gonna go crazy? Here we go. We have I need this gimbal to hold some cine lenses, or at least the Otis. That's the dude. Come on, do what Mark did. RS4 Pro is the one. 10 pounds. That payload is almost enough for me to be like, if I were to have needed one. Didn't use it after the first few test runs. Yeah, I guess not. Not when you max it out, Wayne. You maxed out the payload, the Z8, the 24-70. I have a V mount plus the attachment on the Z8. Has a nice enough heft to not have any jitters. Oh, Oh, on the Z8. Okay. I don't use for okay, so there you go. So he does the handheld. Yeah, I mean, like this rig here, this is a mini rig. I call it a mini rig because I don't have all my stuff attached to it. But hold on, this thing. Here we go. Jesus. It is stuck on there. There we go. Oh, the security. Cool. So this right here is like a nice little run and gun rig. You know what I mean? I could get in there, shoot what I need, and has my V mount camera S5 Mark II, top handle, and we talked about these components, and then the Hollyland monitor, right? So I could get really good handheld with this because of the weight of it. It's a 24 to 72.8, the Lumix. I think this is just such if you need a medium zoom lens that like can knock out several shots, like you can't go wrong with a zoom lens. And this provides me enough weight where my handheld looks good. It looks good. I could tuck in my shoulders. I could do everything I need to do. And but when I go lighter, I get worried. I introduce way more micro jitters. Like if I took off the V mount, I took off this, and I was just gonna shoot handheld. I don't trust myself as much, for me at least. You know. But the gimbal's a gimbal, man. I don't care. You can't get what you could get with this gimbal. You can't get it anywhere else. I hope we get more cages for Z9 and Z8 from like the likes of Bright Tangerine or Mid 49. Wow, you want some different colored ones?
Yeah, Small Rig just released a new one for the Z8.
Was it there? Didn't they call it a certain name? It came with a top handle. Is it the kit one?
Well, no, they have one that's called like the Eagle. It's got like gold and browns in it. It's pretty interesting looking.
Wow. Okay.
It's right on their website.
I'm gonna check it out. I do like small rig stuff, but sometimes, I mean, I don't need another cage, but it is pretty cool to check out.
I don't think it's as useful as the standard one. It's more for looks. I feel like.
Oh, just for coolness, huh? For cool factor. Because this one here is a small rig in kit, and obviously it's not that sexy.
Yeah, I have the standard small rig on mine that I just run that.
Yeah,
they just released a new one. They called it like Eagle something. I don't know. It's got like some gold on it, like where a beak would be right at the top.
Oh, okay.
Pretty interesting.
All right, we'll check that out. I'm just a hobbyist with the Z6. I do cosplay concepts. Let's say I use 35 of 51.8. My heaviest would be 105.14. You might be at the edge of that with that 105 with the RS3 Mini. I'm not gonna lie, folks. I know this is a hard pill to swallow because it's an expensive one. Okay, the best medium would be get the RS3 Pro combo. At $939. Okay. At least if you want to save a couple of bucks, you get this bad boy right here. Okay. And that's the best I can do you. All right. $939, 15% off. That's exactly the one I use. But for $150 more, you're going to get the latest and greatest. You're going to get the latest and greatest. Look, $10.99 for the combo. $10.99 for the combo. Okay. I'll be quite honest. If you're looking to do, it kind of goes back to what Malcolm said and Mark's reason why he got it. It's like, if you have a use case for it, it's going to justify itself. If you're just getting it to have fun, maybe to just stick with the RS3 Mini, but I don't want to guarantee it can hold everything. And who's to say what lenses you might get in the future? Who's to say?
That's the other thing.
Yeah, you get this anamorphic lens on there, and you're like, okay, we're having issues now. It can't balance. The RS3 Pro, Mark, you're gonna see. To balance, it's so have you ever used a gimbal or no?
No, this is my first go at any of it.
Okay, it's so easy to balance. It's ridiculous. This I have to be a mathematician out here to get this and this, and I got to tighten and loosen and loosen and tighten. The RS3 Pro, it's just simple ass knobs, and you just keep you. It's just simple. Where's my knobs at? Let me see if I could just turn this. Oh wait. Oh shoot. Let me take off everything, loosen up everything. It's probably gonna go crazy because I don't have anything on it, but it's just simple knobs to turn this thing on. Oh, yep. See, there it goes. It's going a little nuts because it wants me to calibrate and have something on there. But, and I got to unlock it. There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. All right. So let me just show you this right here. All you got to do. Let me turn this thing on. There we go. Okay. Close back up. I have to do the whole. All right. So this is all you got to do. This here and then adjust. That's it. That's it. And it's stupid simple to because this is my third gimbal. I had the original RS something or other. I forgot what it was. I gave it away. And all of them were a pain in my ass to balance. This is stupid simple. And you just balance one joint at a time. But that's all it is. See that right there, Mark? See the let me see if it'll stop looking for my face. There we go. See that right there? You loosen this up and then you just pull it and push it until it's balanced and then go to the next one. It's really easy to balance these. Really, really freaking easy. So I'm excited that you're getting yours because now we'll have something else to talk about. Tell me about your experience. Let me lock this thing up before it goes fucking nuts on me over here. All right, there we go. It's like it's all over the place. Anyway, so we made this into a DJI evening, didn't we?
Hey, man.
That was pretty awesome. It's good to switch it up. Like if we keep talking only about photography, it's gonna drive me nuts. Hey, did everybody see? Oh my God, this is what's so funny. So, Mark, I've been screaming, hey, let's look at video as well as photography. Like we need to do more than just that. I saw a post Nikon posted Jerry Gionis, a Nikon ambassador, and it said, Jerry Gionis explains why photographers need to get into video. And I'm like, are you kidding me? We should have already been on video, but that just lets me know or lets us all know that not only is Nikon really going to be doubling, tripling down in video, but we as photographers in general, as a business, needs to get into video.
You've only been saying it for a year and a half.
I'm telling you this.
I've been listening.
And now with Nikon, video is the future. And if it's not I wouldn't say it's not going to take over photos. Obviously, we know that. Let's not go there. But it's a great way to upsell like your photography. Oh, you want a video? Like I'm going to be pitching right now to a law firm for a video production. And I might throw in the headshots just for free, just to sweeten the deal. Right? Because the video production is it's a way more money. And
sometimes that'll close the deal for you.
Exactly. Oh, I'll give you some headshots. Shoot, I'll come by, hang out with you guys for another 2 hours and give you a corporate. Yeah, there you go. And they're good. And for them, you're getting the total package, which you in business as photographers, and you know with your weddings, you want to be the only contact for services. Like you don't want to outsource a damn thing if you can, right? You want to be the only one getting everything and controlling the price and also controlling the quality, right? Because if you have the rapport, etc., your name is on the project. So I learned that quickly, and then when I did add video, I'd have someone do photography. Most people could do pretty decent at photography, but people could mess up, absolutely obliterate video, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll get somebody who's like decent at photography. I'll do the portraits, right, for the wedding, but I'm gonna shoot the whole wedding video though, because I don't trust you like that, And there's too many variables, Mark, the audio and everything else. But I got to keep it in-house as possible. And that's why I was like trying to think of creative ways of 2024. How do we evolve our business mindset, our strategy, because technology is moving, AI is moving. Someone, a photographer, a buddy of mine who moved to New York, he goes, "Hey, Robert, do you use Chat GPT?" I said, "Brother, I use it all the time." And you're like, "What?" Is it
Why wouldn't you?
exactly?
It's a tool.
I don't want to keep thinking about one stupid post I should write up, right? I just want to post my content,
That's
or
right.
it helps me come up with descriptions for my seminars. Like I have to tell it what I want. Let's
Yeah.
get that part. It doesn't just read my mind, and it's a time saver. So the point is, we as photographers need to really leverage the technology that's given to us, these gimbals, firmware updates, and everything else. And video is just a natural progression of where everything is going. And guess what? They expect you to be able to do it. Right. When
That's
they
it.
book you for weddings, do they not say, "Oh, do you do video too?"
That's like we did an expo 2 months ago, and that was the thing. Oh, do you guys do video too? Oh, do you guys do video too? You know, you have to offer them something. You can't just say, "Oh, no, we don't shoot video." It's, "Oh, we do offer video. We have people that we work with very well. They're with us."
That's
You
right.
know,
Right this way, show them your price list,
you have to do
So
that these days.
so with that gig, if you did not do video, how much would you have lost in that gig? You don't have to give me specific, but give me a rough estimate.
Oh, they probably would just turn around and walk away.
Oh, with the
To
whole
to
deal.
to
Oh, they
be
would
to
have
be
just
quite honest. Oh
wow.
yeah. Well, because it's like you said, they want a one-stop shop. They look at your quality. They're looking at our photos like, man, these look great. Well, what about video? And if you don't offer video, they would be like, well, we're kind of looking for somebody who does it all.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
great point.
So you gotta
Great
have
point.
you gotta know people that you can work with and understand that they hold the same standard of quality for the experience that
Mm.
you hold, not necessarily the video. The video's got to be good, but the experience has got to be where it is.
Gotta be there too.
It has to
Well,
be there.
there you go. You're hearing it. I didn't pay him for this. Okay. IBIS and the Z bodies are awesome. I eventually will need something faster moving shot. Yes, exactly. You will need it. The IBIS is not going to help you out if you need to get some shots in the back of a car, right? Or something like that. Those car commercials and stuff, the whole rig and everything. Not to mention side handles, top handles. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I can't get enough accessories. I have a box full of small rig accessories. It's ridiculous. And I'm never upset that I bought the crap.
I'm obsessed with small rig.
The little articulating arms, I got to make a video. I'm going to make a video of the must-have video accessories. Articulating arms are you already know what I'm going to say, okay? Those things are clutch. You want to position your little GoPro in a little nook, lights, everything. Like my hair light, it's up there because of a articulating arm. A matter of fact, I'm gonna have it on today. Let me see, what the hell am I doing? But the point is, it's hanging on an articulating arm right out of frame. So it's like those little accessories, like you should always have gaffing tape. Duh. What happens if you have to lay it down because people might walk over your cords? You want to get that lawsuit?
Nope.
Gaffer's tape. It's $25. Okay. It will save maybe your life or at least your business. So, but with that said, yeah, I got to do a little accessory thing because accessories, let me see. There we go. Let me see. Maybe I didn't turn it on today. Oh, well, you live and you learn. Oh, well, we're moving right ahead. And then, I'm going to have to add an external monitor to see things as small screens don't always work. Absolutely. Even though this is just 5 inches, and this is not, I explained this to you. This is an expensive one, but to see it this large, boy, you could see misfocus way easier on this. And especially if you're shooting manual, it's imperative. I only use the back screen, like on this rig. This is what I meant by the black flip screen, is because I could do this and I can get to the menu on the side. Does that make sense, Mark?
Oh
Now,
yeah, that's the one thing I wish the Z8 had.
Yeah, I could get to my menu, cool, and then keep filming whatever I'm doing. And that's why otherwise I don't use it to check my focus. I have Atmos stuff, Ninja, Shinobi 5, N7. Dang. That's crazy. I'm way behind in comments. That's a good thing, but like I'm way behind. I like that I can charge small rig 99 Pro. Yes, that thing is awesome. Yeah. It's just like this Neewer one. I swear to God, it's the same exact one. People don't want to talk about it, but I'm telling you, it's the same freaking battery, same everything for a fraction of the price. Okay. And it's yet to blow up on me. So don't give me that crap. It looks exactly pound for pound the same battery. So shout out to China, the world's warehouse. I have not tried Atmos stuff. I have the Atmos Ninja 5. Phenomenal. If you are someone who wants to record on that recorder, like utilize that function, then great. Outside of that, you don't need it. I don't like the fact that it eats up batteries like a Cookie Monster does chocolate chip cookies. I mean, that thing just goes through batteries like crazy. I've been using this cheap thing and it does great. It's fine. Okay. Cause it's just a straight up monitor. There is the, is it the Shinobi? I think that's the one it's $299. It's a Ninja and it's just a straight monitor. That would be a decent choice. I like the Mars one because it does the transmission. So you could use your iPad as a director monitor. That's awesome. Okay. That's awesome. And your clients will be like, you look like the man. Like, oh, just take a look at oh man, that's it. That's it right there. They know why they spent the money. So very cool stuff. Rob, what are your thoughts on inflatable aperture light mats? I think those are dope, quite honestly. I've seen people who know how to use them. Like any light, I can use this little 4-inch light, right? It's all how you use it. I got introduced to this because there was a music video artist. His name is crap. I can't believe I freaking forgot his name. Of course, I'm going to see his video pop up on my feed, but he does music videos. YC Imaging. Check him out. You want to see some great video? That brother right there, like he's really good. He reviewed these and the way he used it, I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. Because he knew how to use them, even though these are cheap little Ulanzi, but it's magnetic on both sides. I thought that's cool. You can stick them everywhere. There's a magnet on the back here and here. RGB, okay. 1/4-inch screws on both sides. I was like, damn, I could use this thing anywhere. And guess what? I can. And the batteries last super long, as long as you're not at 100%. You pop them in the back, and it gives you some character right there. Boom, bada, bing. So back to the inflatable lights. If you know how to use it right, it could be phenomenal. If you're doing shots in a dining, let's say dining room, and you're doing a film set, and you need a nice overhead soft light, that inflatable is clutch. And I've also seen interviews used with it. So I think it's great. I think I almost tempted myself in getting it, but I'd be wasting money. Would you get the Pro with the combo or just Pro? Get the best of the best of the best. Pro combo, the 1099. Okay, 1099. Just do it. I spent $1,000 on mine, and guess what I did when I opened it? I smiled because I knew now, no matter what I throw on this thing, it's going to be good to go. And that's the biggest lesson I learned when I bought the RS3 Mini. I made a video about it because I was so upset with myself. I said, before you buy a gimbal, watch this. And it's one of those, corny titles, but it's freaking true. All right. It's a $350 lesson I hope you avoid.
That's a title that gets views.
Yeah, well, I need a few more. Anyway, I bought all this video stuff before I started traveling or had a good understanding of video. Now they come in handy. And you know what? Sometimes it's like that. I had the articulating arms for years. I was like, I don't know what these little monkey little arms doing. And then recently, I'm like, this thing is cool. And it comes in so handy. A clamp. Clamps are really good too. Ironically, A clamps, A clamps. Those are so handy. Like they come in handy all the time, those little A clamps. Even though you'll see them at an art store or whatever. Man, I never complain about having too many A clamps, but sure enough, I'm like, where the hell my damn A clamp go? You know what I mean? It's just those little accessories. Gonna be offer. Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, yeah. Enjoy your breakfast. Wow, 7:00 over there. That's crazy. Sony has them out. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, absolutely. It makes camera set. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier with the using it as a controller, or at least your monitor, your iPhone. Remember that? I'm all about primes, but the 24 to 120 is such a well-rounded lens I enjoy using. Yeah, it is a great lens. It is a great lens. That thing would be the king of kings if it was a 2.8. But at f4, solid. Absolutely solid. I use it today. I was hired to shoot for a magazine, and we did studio shots, and I used the 24 to 120. I didn't feel like bringing a bunch of lenses because in the studio I'm shooting at like f8. So the 70 to 200, 2.8, whatever, because I want to be able to go to 35 and get a full body. No one cares. I got to make a video about that. Like when you're in a studio, the 24 to 120, 24 to 105, you're fine. I guess Black Friday is still a long way. Yeah. Yep, it is. I have a few things where I'm like, if that is on sale on Black Friday, I might have to pick it up. What was it? Oh, it's a small rig LED light. I really like it. It's their little box little light. It's a 60-watt light. You seen that one, Mark, or no?
I'm obsessed with small rig.
Yeah, that little box light in the soft.
Yeah.
That thing could be so handy for you when you're doing your testimonial, little, reading a letter, and you just need a quick light. And it was on sale. It was on a 20% sale in January, and I didn't pick it up. I was like, shoot. It was at $169, and basically you would get the softbox for free because the softbox is only $40. Anyway, I didn't pick it up. But I know that'll go back on sale. That would be worth it. Oh, the other thing that went on sale was, the two-handle grip that actually you can control the gimbal with the small rig.
I've seen it.
That was on a 25% off sale on Black Friday. I was so mad I didn't get it. It was $50 off. That I'm gonna have to get that on Black Friday. We have Wayne in the house. Come on now. What's going on?
Not much, man. How you guys doing?
Good. Hanging out, still talking about gimbals and video.
I know. I've been in the chat.
I
had breakfast and I'm outside. I can join you guys.
It's a little change of pace. Talking a little bit about video. And
yeah.
If I talk, I love the Z9, but if we talk about photos and frame rates for one more time, at least that's you right there. Okay. I'm just seeing if I missed anybody's stuff. Can't even escape the kit lens in studio. You just have to invest more on those lights. Exactly. And that's the thing is like, you just get good lighting. Your kit lens is just fine in studio. The kit lens today is not the kit lens from 15 years ago. Like there's so much modern technology put into these kit lenses. It's almost shameful to call them really kit lenses as if they're like inferior.
Especially on the Z mount, Robert.
Absolutely. And I look on a Lumix, this 24 to 60 lens. It's a 67 inch 67 millimeter filter thread. It's lightweight, great range for video, a wide at a 20 mil if you need it. And I've done so much damage with this thing, even street photography in Barcelona. Man, it's plus. it's a good range, 20 to 60 mil. And so shout out to kit lenses. That could be another video too. Like, let's not crap on kit lenses. They're useful.
Well, you've got video ideas going on. You got the kit
I know, my
lenses,
brain is,
articulating arms. Oh
man.
man.
Well, think about it. The 24 to 120 is a kit lens for the Z9 or Z8.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And that's what they're calling a kit lens. I mean, so let's stop calling these things kit lenses and just say it's a lens, and it happens to be,
And how many kit lens you have? That's a S line.
and it's a constant aperture. Let's throw that in. It's a constant aperture. So yeah. Anyway, so technically in January, I went out and bought myself a kit lens. Hello. Right? Would you guys take expensive lenses with you when traveling? And if so, how do you keep them safe from being stolen? Well, Wayne, I'm gonna have to ask you.
So that my direction?
Yeah.
Well,
you're out there.
what I'm traveling with is my gear inside Pelican case. I usually keep some of the lens inside there, the screen and so on inside of that. Usually that goes in the overhead compartment. Someplace I can see something I put it maybe slightly ahead or, at least within eye shot. It's heavy. Most people are going to mess with that one. My backpack is the Peak design, and I have the medium-sized case inside of it. The bodies are inside of it with a few more lenses as well. And that's usually like right above me or like across where I can see what's going on. Because one of the big scams in this area is that people will get up during the flights and go in people's bag and steal money. They've been caught for that and arrested at the airport. So I'm more cognizant of keeping my eye on that stuff. And I'll tell you, anywhere you travel to, if you go into a foreign country, always keep your eye on your stuff. Don't let anybody come and say, hey, they want to help you carry your bags or something, because sometimes you think they're being called, courteous for the country. You turn around, you see them going on a motorcycle. I had a buddy of mine that happened to.
Wow.
Took up with his camera gear.
It happened to what's his name? Manny Ortiz.
Exactly, yeah. He was on a train.
The old
and those trains,
that's
they
right.
have like a section where you put your luggage. So you have to keep an eye on that. And usually I try to keep that stuff with me. The expensive stuff is staying with me. Rather sit on my lap and make me uncomfortable, it's staying with me.
100%. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I'd rather lose my clothes than my camera.
Hey, here's something. Okay, let me show you guys two things I would recommend. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Again, I'm only gonna show you guys stuff that I'm doing. Okay, I'm not gonna peddle something I haven't used or have tested out myself. Okay. My shout out to my girlfriend. She knows I'm forgetful. I be forgetting shit all the time. I never forget I never forget my cameras or lenses, but damn it, I forget the keys, I forget the wallet, I forget everything. So shout out to Tile. Okay, I got my Tile to my keys. I have a wallet version, and I have one in my camera bag. Hello.
Nice.
Okay. So you could get these tiles, and then you use their little app, and you could track everything. Okay,
yeah, that's cool.
So I'm telling you,
the same thing with my wife. She uses the Tile, but she loses the keys every 10 minutes. She gave me the AirTag. The AirTag's good, but she likes the Tile a little better.
Yeah, because look, you got the wallet version. It's just in the wallet, and but shout out to Tile. And I think there's a and it's outside of the Apple ecosystem. It's kind of operates on its own.
Yeah,
and so. But with that said, that's one thing. Put a Tile, put it in your camera bag. That's the best thing for now until they decide to actually, which I feel like they could integrate this stuff. I really do. Wayne?
Somebody makes
in the future
a cap that has the Tile stuff that you could place in it on the camera body.
I saw that, but I mean, shout out to them. That's great. But these companies, I'm telling you, we could do it. We can do it. We can do it.
When you think about,
I'm
sorry. Go ahead, Robert.
Well, because we have GPS.
Yes.
Hello.
And as a I was about to say, when you think about your iPhone, your iPods, and all that, they have stuff inside of it that's allow you to track it wherever it is. So it's a matter of them integrated inside a chip.
And look how big it is.
Yep.
And they have an app that supports it, and so does Nikon. It's called SnapBridge.
Yeah.
And that would be amazing. And if not for now, you buy a tile or AirTag and just throw it in your camera bag. Put it somewhere where it's not obvious for them to see, so that you have some time to at least try to chase them with a cop. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I'd
I think
recommend.
it'll happen in the future because, you know, now they're doing that thing where you can authenticate your images. If there's a big enough demand for stuff, the manufacturer will jump on it because your camera goes expensive. So for them to integrate it, maybe there's something else they need to do.
Okay.
But if we keep asking for it, if people get their stuff stolen, they can do it with an app.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. And you're the GOAT. Got a fan. As much as I'm a Nikon shooter, I think Canon brought the kit lens is still good with their 24-105 f4. Yeah, I mean that's just right up there with the 24-120 for us. So 100%.
Yes. Yeah.
So definitely.
The only thing I wish the 24-120 had would be like vibration reduction. But knowing that what's in the body is pretty good, you know, if you guys saw the video I did on setting up your what do you call it, electronic vibration reduction in the Nikon.
Oh yeah.
If you set that up, it can work with any lens on the body. It's fine.
Oh.
But it'd be kind of nice for just most people, just like, you know, you have it in there for vibration reduction, and that's the lens. It makes it even better. The IDIS is pretty good. We can't knock that. It's not 8 stops, but it's pretty darn good. But
yeah,
in the VR for like, you know, nighttime shots, handheld. Yeah,
it could come in clutch, and and for video.
Oh yeah.
So wait, you guys, would you leave them in the hotel? I never have.
I do.
You know, personally, but I haven't traveled as much as Wayne, so that's why I let him answer these questions.
Yeah, that because, you know, I've been traveling for the last almost 2 years now, and yes, I try to pick hotels that are good quality and not any low quality stuff, and make sure like I leave my things in there. Most of the time, my wife reminds me, just don't leave your laptop and camera stuff out. You just don't know. So, and I said, you know, you're in Southeast Asia, it's weird. I call it weird because you go someplace and somebody will put their handbag down on a table or their phone and walk away and get food and come back, and nobody's touching it. That won't happen in America or in some other countries. They'll take your stuff, but over here, it's not an issue. I'm still kind of reluctant to do that because, you know, it's like, it's your phone. It's your expensive stuff. And I remember one day I actually walked away and left my phone someplace, and they picked it up and had it by like one of the stores. I went back and I was like, hey, my phone was away. It's like, oh yeah, I gave it to the store over there. They were going to make an announcement on overhead.
Wow.
For somebody to pick it up. So,
that's I'm frightened. It's
a different thing over here. It's surprising how things are, but it's very different. You think that people steal stuff. Not that it won't happen, but in most cases, it's not as a big thing as in the US. Somebody will pick it up and return it to the hotel more than something like take it and go home with it.
Well, there we go. Thank you for your travel tips. I've never been robbed before. I usually just mind my own business all the time. Being introvert helps. My usual travel is just the 35-1.4. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah. Get right to the point. Nice and simple. Hey, Robert.
That's a F-mount lens?
Which, I'm sorry?
The 35-1.4?
35-1.4.
It's probably an F-mount.
Oh, is that a Sony lens?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I assume. SnapBridge work with the ZF 150%. I've been having connection issues with my ZF and SnapBridge. I have not, but if you are trying to do Wi-Fi tends to get a little haywire. The Bluetooth works really well for photos for me. Wayne?
Let me add something, because the other day I was kind of having an issue and I didn't realize I already connected the camera before I did the firmware 2.0 update. And after the update, it wouldn't like work. So I had to delete the connection in the phone And then when I did it, because somehow the camera sees and go, oh, I'm already in there, but they're not talking to each other because something is different. So I had to delete the connection, and once I delete the connection, then it worked.
And then repaired it, basically?
Yes.
Okay,
So
that's
it's weird. I would say if you do an app update and it doesn't work anymore, that's when the first thing you do is just delete the connection and redo it again.
There you go. That's a good one. But I've had good experiences with the ZF. I think it still needs improvement. When you want to use it as a remote, needs to be improved for sure. But it's very cool when it does work, but it drops. It drops when it drops way too much. But once you do get the auto download or just selecting your images to download via Bluetooth, it's a pretty fun function. I'm not gonna lie. To be able to download an 8-megapixel photo real quick and post it to Instagram, it's a pretty cool feature. So, but yes, it requires the patience of Buddha, Moses, and everybody else. Okay. But it shockingly enough, it has improved. Okay. To think about it, the F mount 24 to 120 F4 did have a VR.
Yes.
It costs like $200 nowadays. Oh, good point.
Yeah, I recall that one, which is why I was wondering for the Z mount why they didn't add VR to it. But maybe, I guess the
cost?
VR never that is pretty good.
You think the cost?
I don't think so. I just think the Z body IBIS is really good. And I'll say this. Just recently, I've been looking back at some of my Z6 videos that I did handheld around, and they've been working fine. So I'm saying, the autofocus actually works really well, and the IBIS works well. But I think the EVR is where you usually have the problem. And maybe it's the same thing. And if any of you guys out there have the Z6 and Z6 II, I would say turn on the EVR, set it to 1/250 of a second or higher. And then if you walk around with it, see if it's stable. Because that's one of the issues that I had when I wanted to try to log with the Z6, it would work. And it was just this year that I figured out, I think it was Richie, was on a live stream someplace and I was watching, and he mentioned that the camera has to be at least a Z8, 1/250 of a second or higher for the electronic stabilization to work. If you guys watch my video, you heard me complain about the Z8 and saying I was getting micro jitters when I turned that stuff on. But once I did that, no more issues.
Wow,
I'm curious if the older cameras work on it, because then we could say, hey, we've had a much better camera than we knew, but Nikon just never advertised that information.
Yeah, which is really, really not cool, because that can really deter people or make someone want to return it.
Yeah, and if you think about it for a second, most of us are recording at double the frame rate, right?
That's right.
You're not thinking of going 1/250 a second. If you put it in program mode, it's going to bump the shutter speed. Sorry, it's going to bump the aperture, f8, f10, 11, and it will keep the shutter speed down. Unless it's really bright out, then it'll be like maybe 1/1000 a second, but it'll still be like at f8, unless you use a neutral density filter. So if it's not at that high level and you have the EVR turned on, then you're never going to see it working, because if you record and say, hey, let me throw ND filter right here, and I want to keep it at 1/60 of a second for 30 frames a second, yeah, you're going to think just like I did, this thing is crap, it doesn't work well.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, that's something I never even I didn't come into that issue, but I'm glad I know about that now. That's those little things where, like you said, it goes right underneath the table. People may not hear about it, and it's something big. It's clearly an issue.
In the manual, Nikon only says refer back to the photo side to learn how the VR work. I'm like, it doesn't say anything other than use sport if you're panning or things is moving fast, and EVR would work to make things more stable. Okay, that's great, but what about the video side? Nothing.
Yeah, because that seems like a huge workaround that should have been highlighted.
Yes.
Fel says, thank you all. I haven't traveled much, and a friend of mine wants me to take my 8512, and I really don't want to. I think I won't. Nah, I would, and I'll take the F18. Okay, that's it. You'll be fine. You don't need to go 1.2 in a travel. Come on now.
Yeah, and I'll add the other thing. Some airlines will wear your carry-on bag.
Good point.
I usually have to pay extra for my carry-on stuff. I don't mind paying for it because it's staying with me.
That's right.
Yeah. I carry everything on, and plus you have to carry your batteries on anyway. But I carry everything. My laptop. Only thing that goes is clothes. And if I bring like a little dinky little LED light, like that's it. That's all that goes underneath.
Yeah.
I own a Sigma one. Girlfriend gave me that when I said I want a new Z35 f1.8. Oh, that was the 35 you mentioned. Okay, there you go. So she went with the Sigma. He asked for the Z. That's what you get, brother. Okay. Hey,
You got something.
for sure. You should have sent her the direct link. Is what you need to do next time. Like, no, click on that one. Don't click anywhere else. You know, you gave it an option. Oh, I want a 35. Oh, yeah, I'll get you a 35. Nah. But the Sigma is a great system, so I'm not shitting on it.
The fact that she buy you a lens is important.
100%.
True.
Okay, that's a fact. She bought you a lens. Man, that's pretty awesome. Good point. It's only been my first month with Z6. I'll look into the EVR tip. My 10514 shines even more with IAF and VR now. Yeah. I love my Z6. I'd never had an issue with it when everyone was crapping on a Z6 and Z7. I didn't have any serious issues, but I just shot stills. So,
yep. Same here. But it was my thing.
I liked it.
Yeah. It's a great camera. The images are great. I mean, most of the time, you're probably like me, Robert. You're going to go to single point and just shoot what you want to shoot.
That's it. And it did great. Everything was great about it. I had a fun experience. It was compact, you know, but this Z6 III is going to be like the Z6 on steroids.
Yes.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be another great sale for Nikon. Like they're going to sell tons of that. That's a great point. Thanks, Wayne. That's why he is the GOAT. Great tips as usual.
So some people don't think that though. They think that I'm bashing Nikon when I put out the video about something I found that didn't work well. Even though I follow up and say, hey, here's a fix that I found, and oh yeah, I have people unsubscribe from the channel because I said something about Nikon. Didn't even finish watching the video when I corrected, but explain why I put the title and all that stuff.
Yeah. And they just get so mad at it. They just get so mad and frustrated, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it's I wonder what people think, because sometimes I use Panasonic Lumix and I use Nikon. So people are like, I'm always like, they're both great systems. I don't hate either one of them, and they're both good for what they do, Yeah. And it is what it is.
I'm going to send you a message soon, Robert, because I'm interested in that. If the Z6 III doesn't come as good as I want, I'll probably jump in on one of those Panasonic.
You want that? If you want a serious video, I'm telling you right, I'm making a video tomorrow, Monday. The S5 Mark II X is the most underrated cinema camera available right now, full frame.
Yeah, image quality is great.
It's on sale right now for $2,000.
I've been watching it. Believe me, I've been watching it. The issue is over here. They don't do Panasonic as much. They'll have it in the store, they'll have it in the box, but there's none of them for you to be able to get your hands on and touch it. I'm like, I'm not just going to buy it without actually testing it out first, because it's a whole new system. I have to get lens and all of that.
Can you?
And I go ahead.
Amazon, 30-day return.
Yeah, I'm in South God.
I got an answer for everything. What can I say? But I use the S5 Mark II.
Mm-hmm.
The X, you're gonna get the Pro. You're gonna get the internal ProRes RAW and some other cool features too. But the next update that's coming out on April 21st is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Okay, I will tell you about it, brother. I'll tell you about it.
Firmware?
Yeah, firmware update on it. It's going to do internal proxies first of all.
Yeah, so firmware 3.0 came out recently. A lot of people doing videos on that. Did you not download on your camera yet?
They have the 3.0. That one comes out on the 3.0 for the S5 II, and the 2.0 for the S5 IIX comes out on the 21st. And you're going to be able to record proxies on it. Remember, Lumix, you can record Blackmagic RAW files externally. Of course, they improved the IS, the image stabilization. And what's another thing that they have? Oh, they have that pre-capture now built in. They
Yeah,
have
and they've added
pre-capture.
bird autofocus and iron body for
Exactly.
animals. I've been watching some videos on it, so I thought that the firm was already out. I didn't realize maybe it's like, just for certain people who already have it.
Of course, maybe some of the bigger YouTubers, but it's out on the 21st, and I wish I could show you guys the video I shot for this company, all handheld, and it kicked butt. It kicked butt, the stabilization, everything else. For $2,000, if anybody's getting into the game right now and wants to
That's a
do
good one.
video, that camera you can't beat for $2,000. Nowhere, no how. 6K, open gate, anamorphic D-squeeze. Okay. The camera is a damn beast. A full HDMI. The damn thing is a beast and it's phenomenal. The Lumix always has great stabilization, and
Yes.
it's crazy. They have the active IS, they have a stabilization mode where it's as if you're on a monopod. It's crazy still. That thing just it looks like that. It's crazy. So
That's amazing.
look
It's
at that
even better now.
Yeah, I know. Wayne, you're gonna enjoy it, and they dropped the price on it because you already know that S1H2. They talked about the S1 II coming out, so like there's a lot of stuff bubbling for Panasonic, and of course, like Nikon, they're very feature rich.
Yes, the S1 series is probably the one I would go after because when I started my travel, I came across that one. Well, before I started, I was looking for a different camera. I liked the way it felt. Like the size of it was more DSLR-like. It was good in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
but I found out the autofocus wasn't good. I would want to pick it up with the store just because I felt nice. But I did some research. I was like, yeah, no. If the Z6 wasn't doing all that good, Z6 II should be slightly better, and that's why I ended up getting the Z6 II and skipping the A7 IV.
Ah, okay. Well,
All right, gentlemen. Well, hey, I'm gonna head off. I got kids got to put to bed tonight.
oh, see, now
Okay, sir.
you all gotta go. Okay, everybody usually
Yeah.
like, why don't you stay on longer? And I'm like, all right,
Well,
man, have a good one. Okay.
he's on East Coast,
Guys,
right?
take care.
You're on West Coast.
Yep.
All right, take care, man.
Yeah, I'm in Delaware, right on the cusp of the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, guys, take care. Thanks for
We'll
having
see
me
you.
again.
All
Bye-bye.
right,
We'll see you
later.
And plus he's so it's like 10:30 at night for him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's East Coast. I mean, it's morning here for me. It's evening for you, and it's night for him.
Yeah, it's 7:30. I try to get off at 7 just because I wake up early to go to the gym the next morning at 5. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So and then I try to I like to have as much close to 8 hours of sleep so I can really hit the gym excited at least, or at least not wanting to kill myself. As far as us that does only stills or at least slower moving object, it's more than enough, really. But eventually, if you're on a new camera system, learn, adapt to it, people. Yes, 100%. Let me try to read a few of these. If you can do it with your older beginner camera a few years ago, I'm sure you can do it too with your newer technology. Absolutely. Fellas, that Nocton 50 something 1 point something for the Z mount has been on my mind. He's probably talking about the Noct.
The 0.95. Isn't that what it is?
But maybe that's what they were talking about. It would be perfect for my ZF, but it's 2K. Is it 2K?
No, you're
No,
talking
maybe
about
it's
the what Lambda 1.0?
Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
used
because
it.
the Nikon version is way more. That's like $5,000 for the Nikon 0.95 Nocton.
Then how much is this one, you think?
It's $17.99 for the Voigtlander. The taxes you're probably going to get about $2K.
Okay. Oh, that's where the 2K is. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy with my 51.2 Z lens. That thing is great.
Yeah, I have the 40 Voigtlander 41.2, and I like that one too.
Well, look who's bringing us back down to planet Earth. I'm done buying all this stuff. It's time for me to do something with it.
That man, you got to shoot.
You ain't lying. You are not lying. I think that's what's fun with me as a hobbyist oh, well, I'm done, or have to limit myself, capture more before I can buy more stuff. 100%. 100%.
Oops.
Oh, shoot.
Light went out.
I think hold on. And I have backups on backups. I have backups on backups. We're good.
There you go.
But that is telling me something because I've been recording all day and doing a bunch of stuff.
Time to cut it short.
Yes, I may have to cut it short. Oh, yeah, the Voigtlander.
There you go.
There you go. Exactly. Ha! Yeah, the knock is like 7. Yeah, I'm good. Angel says, Robert, did you get my pictures? Yes. Oh, but that's a great. You know what? Before I close out, everybody, whoever wants to send in their portrait photography pictures, I would like to do a critique for a live stream. Okay. All you got to do is email me at info@robertsilverphotography.com. The link is in the description section for my email, or rather my email's down there. And you can send me your photos, and I want to review them, critique them, etc. I figured out a way to get my Lightroom to work with StreamYard. That has been an issue. That's why I haven't been able to do anything. And yeah, and then later on, I'm also going to do like website as well, website design, and how impactful it is, and what improvements that can be implemented that will hopefully help you with your business. Okay, so we'll do website critiques as well later on. But for sure, right now, I want to do portraits of any kind. So send them on in, email them my way. I would love to see them and share them with everyone else. And Angel, I did get them, so don't worry. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Manila Martin. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have to call it quits. I'm gassed out. I don't know how you guys do it. Well, it's your morning.
Exactly.
So
I couldn't come on 7 o'clock in the morning. You guys started. I was going out of bed.
Exactly. Yeah. Now I'm ready to go to bed. So, but thank you very much, Wayne, for jumping on in, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. Anytime.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to close this puppy out. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Oh, thank you, everybody, for another fantastic live stream. Everybody, give yourself a round of applause. Yeah, way to go. You all did a great job. Thank you very much for the feedback, for the constant amount of conversation. I love it. I love it. Yes. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Angel. Yes. Yes, it is great to see Wayne. I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Mark, for jumping in and co-hosting with me. Shout out to you. King Crook in the house. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And yes, thank you, Fajar. Thank you very much. Of course, goodness gracious, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and smash that like, that share, and subscribe. And you already know, hit that bell icon to get notifications for my upcoming content. Come on. All right. And if you haven't already, go ahead and sign up to my newsletter. All right. The link is in the description section down below. And I will be hosting member-only photo walks. That's right. I got one coming up in June. You have to sign up to my newsletter to find out when and where. All right. So go ahead and do that. And what else do we got here? Oh, there you go. Thank you, Wayne. We all love you, man. Yeah. Thank you, Wayne, very much. Okay. And what else is there? I guess that is big. Oh, of course, go ahead and follow me on all the socials now on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And I'm on there with Elon Musk on Twitter. Oh, excuse me, X. All right, go ahead and follow me there. So, with all that said, I really appreciate you all for tuning in. And if, of course, you already know, I'm your host, Robert Silver. And until next time, keep shooting and stay creative. Thank you for watching.